For our diversity project, we did gender and sexual orientation. To start, we interviewed one of our fellow Penn State Harrisburg students who has real-life experience with this topic.
This is Ashley Watkins, and we're introducing Stephanie, who is a lesbian, and she's here to talk about her story. So how has your sexual orientation impacted your life?
Wow, the way that impacted my life, well, it started with my mom. My mom was actually the first person that I told, because I thought we had like the daughter-best friend type of relationship. The thing is, what I messed up was I told her in the car, and I told her, hey mom, do you know this girl named Selena? We've been friends for a really long time, for like 3 years, and it just turned into a relationship. And I told her that this is my girlfriend. So I came out just like that. She told me to get out of the car. We're in the highway, by the way. Told me to get out of the car and to never come home. And she told me to like she just owned me, and like that hurt my feelings. I actually got out of the car in the highway.
Oh my God.
And I called my aunt. So the following day, she disconnected my cell phone. She changed the lock on the door, and there was a lot of things she did. Like she literally just owned me. So now, ever since then, we're actually closer than ever. And my mom is my very best friend.
Here are some key terms associated with gender orientation. The first one is sex, which is the biological status of male or female. Gender, which is the social definition including behaviors learned in the environment about being either male or female. And gender identity, which is the knowledge that one is biologically male or female. Our final key term is gender role identity, which is the knowledge that one behaves appropriately according to societal expectations for their gender. With this, there are 3 components: masculine, which is male characteristics such as being assertive and tough; feminine, which is female characteristics such as being sensitive; and the third one is androgynous, which is having both masculine and feminine characteristics.
Studies show that children perceive that certain behaviors are appropriate only for one gender. A 2011 study from the Tel Aviv University in Israel showed that when preschool-age boys color, they tend to avoid pink more so than girls.
Sexual orientation key terms. Sexual orientation is one's sexual attraction towards others. Homosexuality, attraction towards members of the same gender. Heterosexuality, attraction towards members of opposite gender. Bisexuality, attraction to members of both genders. LGBTQ, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or questioning. Coming out, term used to describe the process of admitting your sexual orientation to yourself and others.
Let's know more about LGBTQ. LGBTQ people are from all over the world. From any age, both genders, many ethnicities, in every socio-economic community, even in different cultures. Now let's talk about LGBTQ youth at school. LGBTQ students report high levels of substance use, suicidal tendency, sexual risk behaviors. The reason for that because they hear biased remarks. They feel unsafe in school just because of sexual or gender orientation. Because of the safety reasons, they miss classes or days of the school. Most importantly, they experience harassment and assault in school.
We have an article that we found to portray how this topic has impacted the real world. A gay student, Darnell Dynasty Young, shot a stun gun in the air in response to being bullied. His taunters used homophobic slurs, spat on him, and threw rocks and glass bottles at him, but administrators blamed him for wearing his mother's jewelry and carrying purses to school. He was eventually expelled for violating weapon policies. Certain schools in several different states have laws prohibiting teachers from teaching anything about LGBTQ subjects in school. 8,000 students in grades 6 through 12 reported never having been taught anything positive about LGBTQ people, history, or events. And fewer than 20% of LGBTQ students were ever exposed to positive representations of LGBTQ people in their classes.
Safe Schools Improvement Act requires each school and district that receives Safe and Drug-Free School and Communities Act funding to implement a comprehensive anti-bullying and anti-harassment policy that enumerates categories of protection, including a student's actual or perceived race, color, national origin, sex, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or religion.
What can schools and teachers do? Have non-discrimination and anti-bullying policies, encourage teacher intervention when harassment takes place, allow school-based support groups, clubs such as Gay Straight Alliance.
When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay, cause I could draw. My uncle was, and I kept my room straight. I told my mom, tears rushing down my face. She's like, Ben, you've loved girls since before pre-K. Sure. Yeah, I guess she had a point, didn't she? Bunch of stereotypes all in my head. I remember doing the math like